late for the date. So late. Oh, no, Cotton. You can't have that. Get over here. Where did it go?
No, it's the board sitting on it, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, there it is. Oop, there it is. Okay, girls, now you know how chaotic it can get for the first few minutes when we are trying to do recording and can't find anything. Not to mention, I got little Cotton Button. He wants to sit up here with me, and Bella's being her sweet little self sitting over here beside me. I just want to tell you, if you haven't been watching the internet this past weekend, you need to go back and look because I had a dynamite time in New Orleans. I went to the Stampin' Up Leaders Convention, had a ball. Never been a New Orleans parade before. It was just so much fun. So, I know it's Monday and it's a quick and easy card, and poor Cindy worked so hard all weekend and I was kind of playing around. So, I made the decision that I would do Cindy's card for her today. So, looking forward to showing you what I have up my sleeve. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have a sleeve. So I got something really funny I want to tell all of you. So we had all of these beautiful blowers and whatnot that we were playing with there in New Orleans. And after we came back from the parade, I was hot and sweaty, and I had taken that boa and pulled it off. So I'm standing with my arm leaning up against the wall, and Brandy Cox and I are standing there talking. You know, we're kind of just chit-chatting about absolutely nothing. All of a sudden, Brandy reaches over and she pulls a feather out from underneath my arm. Lord, how mercy, how embarrassing. But it was fun. Oh my God, her and I had the best time just laughing about me walking around with feathers coming out from underneath my armpits. Well, that's the way the whole weekend went. So we had a dynamite time. So Sydney's here. She's over on the other side. She's still working on our retreat. Mary Ellen's in front of me, and she's mixing up chalk paste. She's working our retreat. So let's see what I have motioning on my craft table today. So as you can see, we are going to be doing a little bit with the soft seedlings, which is what Cindy started with on Friday. And I just wanted to kind of pick it up and show you a few more things that you could do. I decided to my soft seedlings that I wanted to add a stamp set that we have, or excuse me, a die set that we have had in our series for a while, but I hadn't used it, and I thought, hey, what the heck? Now's a good time to bring it back. So I'm going to be using this right along with my soft seedling stamp set. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're going to be doing. Cotton, you bug. Come back over here to Mama. So, what I wanted to do today is I want to work a little bit with those beautiful fall colors that we've had. So, what I have done is I've just cut out a few materials. So, this is our standard card. So, it is going to be your 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. We're going to be using that. We're also going to be using just a sheet of paper here, and this sheet of paper is going to be the one that we use while we are making our project. It's actually doesn't matter in particular what size you want it. This is what any size that you want it to be. Now this is just going to be kind of like an edging, so it doesn't really matter what size that is for you either. And then I just cut out a few pieces that I might like to use on the front of my card. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do some brushing right along with my stamp set. So I really want to use just this part of the stamp set. Though I love this part of it, it's very true for the maple tree, especially here in North Carolina. But I am more interested in trying to get the effects of the maple tree. Now, most of the time when you see me do brush-ons, you see me do it with daubers. But I'm moving more and more away from my daubers and more towards my my brushes. So I want to show you, help put the finger in the ink. Want to show you that you can do this with using your blending brushes just the same. Well, hey girls, it's good to see you jumping in on us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to tap it just like I always do. Thank you, Cotton, for leaving that alone. And then I'm going to just take it and rub it over the part of the card that I want to use. Now, you have seen that I use different colors for different color series. So that was for my red. Now, this one's going to be for my green. Now, by doing this, I am not mixing my colors. I'm not mixing them in my ink pad. I'm just kind of adding the colors that I want it to be. All right, so I think I've see that what I have done, and I want to add a little bit more red to it. And as I said, I am doing this with my blending brushes, so I really shouldn't see it come out super, super, super dark. And that's kind of the effect that I want for this particular set. Now, I did decide that I wanted to bring over and show you that you can use your daubers to do this with, and it is going to make it come out a little bit darker. Well, Cotton has finally decided she's going to lay down. Of course, there's a few things over there she might lay down and play with, but she can lay down. All right. Cotton likes to play on the craft table. Well, hello there, Miss Patsy. How are you doing today? It's good to see all of you. I see Miss Janet's hanging out with us, and Miss Susan, she was on here bright and early. She got right in the day. Okay, so as you can see, the difference in the color is very obvious. And in making the difference in that color, that's going to decide how bright or how light I want my stamping to be. Now, I kind of wanted this one to be a little bit more towards the lighter sides. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more for my dauber. And then I'm going to do an additional stamp just so it will be lighter, but not as light. So this is a really neat way to get your added colors in. Now, I didn't want to use a bunch of different colors, but obviously I could. I could use my yellows. I could use my oranges. I mean, I could just use a big variety of colors. But that's not what my goal is today. My goal is to add color for my card. So here we go. We're going to do another one. And I don't care if my colors and my cards overlap. Now, as you can see, I've actually made a color. So it had the red on it already, and then I added a little bit of the green to it, and it has actually made it into a brown. And that's good too, because again, I am working with all of my beautiful fall colors. All right, so let's go back and add us some more. I am using my Sweet Sorbet and Mossy Meadow. Never fails. I get on camera. My husband vacuums the floor. But you know what? I don't say a word. Would you girls say anything if your husband was vacuuming your floor? Huh. You ain't fooling nobody. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, it got a little bit darker that time because I did put on a little extra ink. I would also put the extra ink on in a different fashion. For example, if you were watching, I tapped it here and I tapped it here. So that pulled the color on it a little bit stronger than it would have if I had brushed it like I did the first time. So here we go. We're going to do it some more. And I like the fact that by doing this, I can come up with several different colors that I'm really not putting on the card at all. So there you go. There's some more. I think I'm going to overdo this one because it's just a little lighter than what I really wanted it to be. So I may just stamp over that one a little bit more. And I want to go back and put a little bit of my green back in it. But I love the way that when you do this, it really shows those veins on the inside of this card. Can you see those veins? See how much clearer they are? I love that. I love that. So I got an empty spot right here, so let's drop us a little bit of color there. And let's drop it in a little bit of a red. Excuse me, my sweet sorbet. And I'm going to put it right here.
What you doing there, Elaine? Ooh,
Isn't that pretty? Okay, so there you go. That is going to be part of my card. And now I'm also going to start to put my card together, but I want to do some embossing. Now, when I first started showing you things, I showed you that I had my gold over here. And so now I want to do a little bit of embossing. Not going to do anything really major, but I am going to add a little bit of embossing to what I'm doing. Now, I cut this out of that Meadow die cut set that we have. This soft seedling doesn't have a die set with it, and sometimes I like that because that gives me the opportunity to kind of add my own thing to it. So the So Thankful does come out of my set. So there we go. We've got my So Thankful in here, and I eat my... Oh, well, who cares? We could use a...
What's she eating, huh?
I must have eaten my coffee filter. What can I say?
What you got to eat over there?
God wants to know what I got to eat. That was Panther, Cindy. Panther wanted to know what you have to eat. What you got to eat, Mommy? Okay, so...
Okay.
Don't know where that come from, but okay. Put it right back in there.
Throwing things.
Put it over here on the side so Cotton can get it. He'll love it. What can I say? Put my lid back on my items. And now I'm going to use my heat tool. And we're going to do a little... Oh, no. We got problems. Guess what fell? My cord to my plug over here. So, we got to get this pretty baby plugged back up.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Cindy, no singing.
Plug it in,
Cindy, no singing.
You better hurry.
Got it, got it, got it. Woo! Got it, just in time. So as you know, when we do embossing, we like to watch the colors change. Every time I do embossing, I think, oh my God, it's magic. Now, Stampin' Up! Does have a new tool and a new kit that you can use for all of this. If you don't have that tool or that kit, it's a nice one to have around the craft room. But when you get to the point where you've crafted as long as I have, you just kind of go with what you know. Paper, right. There we go. So I am embossing in gold. And I am embossing the word So Grateful. And there you go. All done. All right. Bella says, Mama, cut that loud thing off. All right. So all we have left to do now is put my card together. And it kind of looks like it could be sort of plain here, but trust me, it's not going to be plain. All right, so the first thing I want to do is grab my little strip, and before anybody says anything, yes, I am using these new tape rollers that Cindy and I have been trying out. To be honest with you, we really do kind of like them, don't we, Cindy?
Yep.
We kind of liking them. All right, so I'm going to put this right here. And Barbara, I'm going to try to get it on straight. Bless her heart, she'll get me if I don't. And I didn't, so there you go. Let's try it again. Bam. Now I'm too low. I got it straight, Cindy, but too low.
How low can you go?
Apparently not too low. Oh, come on, baby. Work for me. One time. One time.
You're on camera. You know better.
I knew better. That's exactly right. If it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong while you're on camera.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. We're going to leave it right there. And then I'm going to put this piece over top of it. See how that works? It'll work nicely that way. There. I feel to say, oh no, I put my card on wrong. And now we're going to put this down right here. Isn't that pretty? It's already starting to show some color and some beauty to it. The next thing that I want to do, though, is I want to put down a few of my little sprigs here. Remember, these sprigs do come from the Melody Dyes. There we go. We're going to put that one down. And then I'd kind of like to put one that's this color down. And notice all I did was just put a streak down. And now I'm coming back and I'm just adding to it a little bit of my sprigs. You know what? I think I'm going to take those sprigs and color this one down some. I'm just thinking I don't like the white. It sounded like a good idea in the beginning. But I changed my mind. Whoop, not with that one anyway. Isn't that the way? Isn't that the nice thing about crafting? You can change your mind and go another direction. This way it won't be quite as dark as the one that I cut out of the mossy meadow. But at the same time, it's going to have a little bit more color than it would if it were the stark white. There you go. Oh, sorry, Bella. We'll put this one down right here. Kind of like the fact that it gives me 3 different colors to work with as well. Now I'm going to take and grab a dimensional or 2. And I'm going to put down my sentiment. She wants to show a picture of her family. You can put it on our site. That'll be just fine, Miss Susan. You can just put her right up there. I'm kind of trying to make my girls get so that they'll, when they're with me, they're a little bit on the quiet side here. If that's humanly possible. Now notice that I'm putting this down and I'm putting it down a little bit on the crooked side. And now I'm going to take my piece here and I'm going to just put it down right here. So as you can see, ladies, this is a very beautiful front on my card. I just adore the way it's come out. So now let's take an inside of it. After a while, we have no naked cards here at Papercraft Spayling. So let's put down another little bit of greenery. And then I'm going to put a little bit of gold on top of it. And this is going to be for the inside of my card. Now, because I put So Grateful on the outside, I want to come back and put the For You on the inside. Now, I can tell you that I really thought about stamping another one of these leaves on it. The only thing I wanted to make sure of is that I did not want all of this edging to come up on it. So I'm going to try to get all of this off before I do that light stamping on the inside. And remember, I need for this to be relatively light because I want to be able to write over top of it and be sure that you can see what I'm writing. So remember in the very beginning, remember how I brushed it on and it was super light? So now when I go to the inside of my card, I can come right back over top of it. And let's see. If I do that, those pieces are going to show. So I got to get it back off. There we go. And because it's been on the stamp for a while, I'm going to huff it. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a stamp. And you see, it's still light enough that I can come and write right over top of it. And I haven't messed up the ability to add my information to the inside. Let's put a little bit more down here to make sure that these will lay down a little flatter than what I usually do for the front of a card. So there you go, ladies. This is our quick and easy card for today. As you can see, it's not only quick and easy, but it's also really a lot of fun to make. And there's so many different colors and variations that you can add to it. So I do want to say one more thing, and then I'll let everyone go and go do your own craft room to do your own crafting. And that is that I am so grateful to all of you that has helped Cindy and I qualify for the trip to to Norway. We did qualify for that trip while I was in New Orleans. So I am just really excited about all the help that I got from all of you and from all of my demonstrators. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I hope you enjoy this card and you'll be making one of these for your friends and family as well. Have a dynamite day and we will see you on Wednesday. Have a great day, ladies. Bye.